So it turns out the Helmet Records has a boss, and we're doing that right now. And it actually has been giving me a little trouble. I figured out that it's not quite a pattern that he follows. He's threatening you all the time with... He will either strip your buffs, or he will stun the party. And you don't know what she's going to do. I guess you hope he doesn't do both back to back, right? Best I figured what you gotta do is just pace yourself. You need to get at least a little bit of int debuff and a little bit of will buff down immediately. But you gotta be able to react to when he finally actually decides to strip your buffs and defy weakness. There's no pattern to it. Hopefully, he doesn't strip your buffs and then follow it with a stun. Because if he does that, then you're just screwed. I guess you just gotta blitz him to deal with that. But it's a significant amount of grind you save for beating this guy. So I want to beat this guy. Okay. As I said, we gotta get some kind of control on his int down. And now I'm gonna start using Pure Veil just so we have this sitting here for, because he won't be able to strip ailment resist. You can only strip your will buffs. Well, I probably should alternate between S1 and S3 for T. Because those will buffs, I mean, it's a large will buff, so that's pretty good. Alright, so... now we'll see if he defies. Maybe there is a pattern, and it's based on if he's debuffed or not on turn 3, you know, because I've seen him strip your buffs on turn 3 and stun you on turn 4, and I've also seen him just stun you on turn 4. Sorry, what did I just say? I've seen him just stun you on turn 3 versus setting up for it on 3 and doing it on 4. We gotta save these ODs so we can react for when he strips our debuffs. And, let's go with our... It's a small will buff versus a large will buff. A small will buff plus a large status ailment resist. Let's go with these status ailment resist just because they don't get stripped. That's what we like to see. Okay, he has decided not to stun us. Let's see if he decides to strip us. Okay, there's a defy. And I bet the next action he's going to take is a buff break. No. Yes. Okay, that's it. It's based on if you haven't bothered with buffing and debuffing, he just goes for it on turn 3. Otherwise, on turn 4, otherwise, he'll save the stun for turn 4. And this is what we saved OD for. I did not inherit Headbutt onto Joe. That is extremely unfortunate. But I'll just have her participate in the combo anyway. I don't have an int debuff ready. Okay, I didn't save enough BP. In that case, I need more will buff. This is the one that does will, right? Yeah. Okay, and we're going to do the large will buff with Key. And this will get us out of this. He's going to stun this turn. So his behavior is... I'm thinking his behavior is, if you've got his int under control, if you've debuffed his int, then he will set up to strip your buffs and defy, and then stun you next turn. So you've just got to always be prepared to react to that. Nice. Or it's just random and he's not even going to bother to throw a stun this turn. The first action he does will be the stun. He just didn't bother. That's weird. Okay. I don't know what's going on. He looked at my controller, and he saw I was putting out enough will buffs to resist the bullshit he was going to do. And he decided not to go for the stun, because he knew it wasn't going to work. Joe could probably, or not Joe, Liz could probably contribute damage at this point. We got this mostly under control. Yeah, she can probably alternate dealing damage and layering the defense now. We want to save the OD for, and we want to save that BP more importantly for Rock. Actually, she's about to get another 10. She can Psycho Boom again. Actually, let's go with Ampule Noir. Meanwhile... Screw it. No, let's do Pure Veil. We want something that can't be stripped when he finally decides to. I think it's just random. I think you just always have to react to what he's doing. There we go. That was enough. We had enough of a combination of int debuff and status and will buff. And tried it again. We tried it. But I think the key thing is you gotta save OD. For that. You gotta save OD for the buff break. Now we have to repair our defenses against his stuns. So we forgot to bring Headfoot for Joe. Liz is just not really helping in that front. Rock is going to be doing a lot of work with this debuff. Sheree can pitch in Song of Sturdiness. And Key, this is the moment to bring in the big will buff. And we like seeing those chases. Oh, Magnate's getting low. We got him. Is Key gonna do damage? Key did a little damage. There we go. There we go. If we didn't do all that, we would have died. Why don't you attack... If he would have attacked Joe, he knew it. If he would have attacked Joe, that would have been it. Okay, well, Magnate's done. Joe's gonna have to start just focusing on Water Blessing. She can't contribute damage because they're about to go nuts. Doesn't really matter what Rock does from here on out. She should just deal damage. We'll just target Magnate even though he'll be done. Also, yeah, it kind of doesn't matter what Key does. Although all we're worried about is the spell damage coming in from these guys. It's mostly going to be spell damage from these guys, so we want to switch to just focusing on Will. Because the strip's gone now. Actually, I need to double check, because when they berserk, they might switch to a physical skill. We might need endurance. They'll just defy all the time. Alright. As I said, I wanted to check. Bite. I'm looking for physical stuff. I think when they berserk, it's like Thunderstrike. They mostly use spells, so I'm gonna lean towards Will. If we find out we're in trouble, I guess we'll switch to Key's S1. Because they could use an attack that's unlisted. I've seen that on a couple of bosses. Like, 210 on Spiral. Punishment for... What's it? What is it called? Punishment for, petty tricks? For having your buffs too high? It's not listed as a skill they have. But they do it anyway. Okay, that isn't good. Let's blow some OD. We're not worried about their will, right? Does lightning... Oh, this is... Which one's the AoE? Lightning Pierce? None of these do stun, right? Yeah, let's nuke the rent then. No chases. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Joe. Triple strike. That's the berserk. As long as we can survive it, we're good, I guess. this looks survivable. I think we're in a good status here. I think because we got Joe and Liz, that's more than enough defense to handle this. I mean, they're attacking a lot, though. If Joe wasn't here, this would be too much. Alright, well... And they're just going to cast Current every turn, and they're probably going to buff break us every turn, and they're going to triple strike like 2 or 3 times. Alright. Yeah, Liz has to stay on... what do we call this? Dragon's Blessing? Yeah. Which means Key probably needs to focus on continuing to do Glacial Sphere, because the majority of their attacks are int-based, spell-based. Of course, now we don't really have to save OD for reacting to, what's his name? Magistrate? Magnate? Magnate, I think. So we can go ahead. And, blow that OD like Rock wants to do. Joe is so good. Joe is like Water Wall Liz, except not dependent on being an OG. It's amazing. Alright. You buff break us, we're just gonna... So now, at least they're choosing. They're having to choose between defense or attack boost. I'd much prefer them do a defense boost. Because both of those only last 2 turns, right? Yeah. So that one's done. Yeah, we'll just have everybody OD. We'll throw damage. Yeah, I think we don't have to think anymore. This is probably inevitable at this point. The only threat is from Magnate. Just because that is a lot of mitigation they have, but at least rolled through one of them. It's a lot of mitigation. Probably switch to Rock Snatty S2 instead of Psycho Boom. Probably have enough mitigation. Probably want the attack boost instead. As long as he doesn't get more intense and goes into a Berserk level 2 with the turn count, we're good. It's just a coin flip if he uses Current or, what's the other one called? Water Curtain? Probably. I almost want to say Liz can go back to, like, spending every other turn dealing damage, but I'm not going to risk it. Actually, let's see how much damage comes in, because we probably want to speed this up, let Liz attack. Okay. Yeah, now we just focus on damage, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we just mostly focus on damage. I think Liz just needs to alternate. They do have a lot of mitigation. This is going to take a while. Like, are they getting defense up stacks or something? Like... Or is it just... Do I just need to wait for him to use current back to back and then unload? This is taking a while. Okay, that is, you should not attack. You should save resources if one of these fishies did, water blessing, something? The one that isn't current back to back? That's too much. It's only got one layer of water curtain though. That's okay. I think mostly we've been getting most of our damage in while he's had like one layer of water curtain. Again, I think you're reacting to what he's doing, right? If he's doing current more, I think Liz should do Dragon's Blessing more. But, you know, as long as you've got one of them shut down by turn 10, you're probably okay. Well, shortly after turn 10. So this is... If he water curtains again, I guess we save? No. Because it says it only lasts 2 turns, right? But she's water curtaining within that turn, so it only lasts the next turn, really. It's the last thing he does on the turn. So I guess you just attack when he uses current. Paradoxically, you attack when he uses current, and you defend when he uses... We don't gotta worry about defending. I guess you just attack all the time. I don't know. I don't know. Well, he used current, so I'm gonna use Dragon's Blessing. The thing is, his damage doesn't seem to be scaling with the turn count. He's just become more threatening on turn 10, but no more threatening than he was at the start of the Berserk phase. So, As long as you can survive this, you probably don't have a whole lot to worry about. He's not threatening any kind of status. Shiray's taking a lot of damage, though. Only slightly. He's not going to get in the crit state, I don't think. I kind of feel like having Key throw out that last heal just for the heck of it. You know, I bet Shiray would be topped off if I just had Liz focus on the S2. Alright, we're gonna go ham next turn. We're gonna blow these. And, Rock's gonna have the BPs, yeah. Alright. Last turn. I think. Definitely. Now we get to rank 99 a stage, all at once, which is brilliant. And every one of these stages should have a boss like this. I'd much rather do this. And who was this for? Human female? Well, I didn't pull her. Whatever. But yeah, very cool. They should do this. Oh. Yeah, I already... well, looked up the solution to that. They should do this for every stage. Joe should have had Headbutt, I'll note that. Alright, thanks for watching, see ya.